There we are. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Let's have a show. So I was looking at the intro. I like it as much today as when we first did it, like 3 summers ago.
No, that was during COVID.
Oh my gosh.
I
So what?
love even more the woman doing yoga behind us that neither one of us saw until we got the picture.
I know, right? But the title is weekly morning coffee, but we always call it Monday morning coffee.
Do we need to change it to make it Monday?
I don't know. Everybody knows who we are and what we are, right? I'm Anne.Rossley. I'm with Kyle Harvey. We are luxury real estate salespeople in downtown Chicago, working with Baird & Warner. We're in the Gold Coast office, which means we're in the Neiman Marcus building right at Chicago and Michigan Avenue. And we love to talk about real estate, don't we? And today we're going to really talk real estate.
Wait. I want to also say that we're also in the building where everyone's doctor is located.
Yes, that's right.
Neiman Marcus, people are like, really? That's a 4-story building. Where are you guys? No. We're in the office building with everybody's doctor.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we're not often in the building because we're usually out running around, selling real estate, meeting with people, doing whatever. And we're going to talk about some of that today, right?
Excellent. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I have to point out, I don't have my Monday morning coffee mug. The Christmas mugs came out. In our house, we celebrate Christmas. I'm in favor of everybody celebrating whatever they care about, but we embrace the holidays, and we have our ugly Christmas.
It's not ugly. It's a cute mug. Yeah. This mug is a friend of mine did not like my mug selection years ago. And
yeah.
Beautiful, some sort of mug.
It is beautiful.
Neiman Marcus, the store, not the office building, mug. And I never used them because they were too small. And now I recognize the value of not getting.
Now hold it up. It looks like it's a good size. The older I get, the more curmudgeonly.
Mine were like double.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But now I'm doing this. So Marta, I use this every day.
So it's great. Yeah, that reminds me, we give my middle child a different mug every year. It's just a plain white mug with a funny saying.
I've got some.
Yeah, that's what he gets. That's one of his gifts every year. Okay. And he asked for it again. So Michael, if you're watching, and I know you're not, but you're getting another mug.
So I might have one, but it might be alarming. So let me see if I can dig one out. Okay.
That sounds good. All right. Well, let's talk turkey. Oh, yeah. We already had turkey. Let's talk real estate. Yeah. Chicago housing market. We're doing just a mini because next week we'll bring you the December numbers. Or no, we won't even be able to do that.
Not next week.
Yeah, because it takes a while for them to work their way through. Yeah. Everybody, you really get the first numbers of anybody. We crunch them through early. But awesome. Anyway. All right, Lakefront communities, here we go. Median sales price, $1.3 million. It's been inching up over the last couple of years. Condominiums still $400,000. And sales year to date, single family homes, 770. That's down 33% versus last year. Condo sales, 8297, is down 27%. Now, this is a month to date number. We have 41 single family homes under contract currently. And we have 448 condos under contract currently. Units for sale, currently, we have 260 condos and 2370, and those numbers are coming down a bit. Inventory, it's still technically a seller's market with 3.8 and 3.3 months worth of inventory. As you know, it's 5.5 to 6 months if it's a steady market, neither buyer nor seller's market.
So, it's interesting. The inventory is low, and yet everything is moving very slowly. It's my experience. What are you feeling?
It is what I'm seeing is it's a weird market. That's what I'm saying. So we just closed on a single family home in Old Irving. By the way, welcome Rosemary. My clients moved into their house and 10 days later had a brand new baby girl. So excited for them. And then we also put their condo under contract. So how's that for their lives are very upended right now.
Yeah.
But it was an Old Irving single family home, 4 bedroom, 2 bath. Once it went on the market, we got up there right away, and it sold, obviously it sold right away. So those lower priced ones that people have been sitting on the edge looking for are going fast. But then you and I have a couple listings that are marvelous listings that we haven't sold yet. So it depends on neighborhood price, what type of property.
I think it's also, so yes. So we'll go through it as we go through because we're bringing you folks some of our listings.
You're going to see the good, the bad, and the ugly today, folks.
And are coming soon. And each one of us believes entirely in our listings and in the price and in the offering. And yet some sell and some don't. And that, I think, is telling us a bit about the economy and who's active right now. So
yeah, I think that's very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Okay. So the other issue, you want to talk, I'm going to just talk holidays. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm going to remove this oh, buggers. It's never fun when you go back, when you start something in the very middle. Let's start it at the beginning. Okay. So we're going to do a piece on Chicago's historic homes during the holidays. And most everybody knows this home. It's the Home Alone house. How many times have you seen it, Kyle?
I have not seen it since the year it was released, but I probably saw it a couple times then.
Okay, so
like,
in case everybody, this isn't like a typical historic house that and it's not in Chicago, but it is 1921 house. It is a technically historic home. Yeah. It's in Winnetka, 4243 square feet. It sold in, let's see, where are my notes here? 2012 for $1,585,000. It is now valued, if you believe all the Zen lists and the Zillows and everybody, valued somewhere between $1,593,000 and $2,383,000.
Because they don't know what's going on inside. Because if something good is going on inside, well, then it's worth more. Yeah.
They would call it a colonial Georgian. It sits on a 114 by 206 foot lot. The movie for Home Alone, which takes place in this home, was filmed in 1990, released in 91. Can you believe it? So the house was like 70 years old then. Now it's 100 years old. Isn't that crazy? Okay. But that's really not the topic. That was just my fun trivia. The real topic is what's going on in historic homes for the holidays. So we want you all to know what's shaking and baking. So the first thing that I wanted to, whoops, I'm doing the wrong thing here. This is the Frank Lloyd Wright home and studio, and this is where he tinkered around with stuff. The house is beautiful. If you haven't done a tour,
what town?
It took my husband's cousin to come to town before I got into this, maybe 5 years ago.
Oak Park?
Oak Park. Gorgeous property. So they do tours both inside and out, but they have a special event on December 2nd. Bring your family and friends for a tour of the home. It's decked for the holidays, decorated with German glass ornaments. I guess Christmas was a big deal with the Wright family, and so they want to celebrate that.
Cool.
So that's number one. But that's not Chicago. Let's talk Chicago. This is one of my favorite places. Do you like the Driehaus?
I'm mortified that I have not been in it, but I've always liked the exterior. I walk past it all the time.
I need to go back again because it just it blows me away. The inside just blows me away. So Richard Driehaus, if you know Chicago, he was, and he has died in the past couple of years, but he was such a proponent of history and architecture. And so he took the Nickerson mansion here. It's a Gilded Age mansion. And lovingly restored it. This is the background here is one of the rooms, and you can see just how pretty it is. One of the things they're doing over the holidays is they're doing like these pop-up events, and you can see all events are free if you pay for admission, and admission is nominal. So it's in the River North area. St. James Youth Choir, Hanukkah songs with the Music Institute of Chicago, St. Lucia Day from the Swedish American Museum, and then a Kwanzaa celebration. But it is such a cool place. Then on December 2nd, they're having Santa Saturday at the museum. And then they have a trunk show on December 16th where they're featuring vintage jewelry and clothing. I always love during the holidays to go to special sales, don't you?
How great is that?
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
They have these amazing docent-led tours. And I actually even went to a dinner there once where we had a private tour and then we ate dinner upstairs. I saw the Tiffany show there. Well, I'm just a history geek. I'm a weirdo. What can I say? But I just love this place.
Great.
Oh, and the Downton Abbey clothing. I saw the Downton Abbey clothing there, which was really cool.
Isn't there a Downton Abbey-like show going on somewhere? Isn't there?
Yes, the Gilded Age.
Right. Where's it going on? No. I mean, in the city, there's sort of an exhibit that is like the Downton Abbey experience. Unless I
don't know. Please find out and let me know. That would be fun.
I'll start paying attention.
That would be terrific. Yeah. Okay. Glessner House. Glessner House is on South Prairie Avenue, 1800 South. It's on this cul-de-sac street. The Marshallfield Mansion is at the end where they have some condominiums that have been renovated and are inside. The Clark Ford House is the oldest house in Chicago. That's in that area. And then this is 1800 South. This is Richardsonian Romanesque. At the time, can you imagine you're in your, basic Victorian and this monstrosity goes up across the street and you're like, oh my gosh, what is this? But this house, Lizzie and I went to the candlelight tour of this a couple years ago. It is a cool place. And the other thing that's cool about this, if you appreciate strong women in history, you got to see about his wife, Frances Glessner. She was a mover and shaker, and she was like a forensic scientist, if you can believe.
Oh,
yeah. So anyway, so they have all this good stuff. Here's what one of the rooms looks like. And then the other thing they have is Maddie was the cook. And Maddie, they do things, I'll show you. First of all, they have the children's gingerbread decorating.
Sold out.
Yes. So plan for next year. I think only one of the two is sold out.
Yeah. Okay.
The other one's available. We Wish You a Merry Christmas. That's the cook. That's also sold out. I'm telling you, this is it is so worth planning in advance to get into this. And this is a candlelight tour. And look at that foyer. Isn't that magnificent? The beam ceilings, the gracious, I'm just crazy about this place. Anyway, every 15 minutes they have a tour and they're available still. Wow. And so I would highly recommend going. It's just really a cool place. And then I haven't done this. And it was evidently the thing back in the day to have a reception on New Year's Day. And you would go from home to home and welcome everybody into the new year and the whole bit. And so they're doing an open house from 3 to 5 on New Year's Day. And Bill Tyre, who is a remarkable man and the head of this, oversees everything, the curator, if you will. He's going to play on the Steinway and play a little Auld Lang Syne. So it's a cool thing. So those are my 3 historic home holiday places to visit this month.
I have friends who volunteer and donate to Glessner House, and I'm so glad that we keep a bit of old Chicago in such beautiful condition. I mean,
it's really a very special place.
Very
and as you say, run by very special volunteers, as well as Bill Tyre, who oversees it all. So,
and that Driehaus is so incredible. And we really lost a Chicago booster institution philanthropist when Mr. Driehaus died. I mean, I live in the Gold Coast, and he would buy mansions that were falling into disrepair and not selling and he would turn them into
Yeah.
what they were like before. And that was a gift to the city.
Yeah, he truly was. And they still continue to give out the Driehaus Awards every year. His foundation lives on that he endowed. It's a wonderful thing. Speaking of which, I almost put this in our presentation. I didn't. If you've been following the news, the Emil Bach House and the Lang House were purchased and renovated by Jennifer Pritzker, who is like the new historic philanthropist. She does such remarkable stuff. Anyway, they are it's going to be sold, and it's no longer going to be a hotel, like a little B&B kind of hotel. So they are having sales of the Frank Lloyd Wright merchandise in like between December 2nd and 11th. So if somebody's looking to pick up some sale merchandise on Frank Lloyd Wright gear and to say goodbye to those, well, I mean, I'm hoping that somebody's going to maintain them somehow. I don't know what's going to happen, but
where are they?
7400 North Sheridan Road, 7415 and 7421.
Oh, right.
They're way up north, and perhaps that's why they're not doing so well. One would think that Loyola parents, would support them when they're coming to town, but I don't know. I don't know what happened, but they're beautiful properties. Pardon?
I'd like Loyola to buy them and then maintain them.
Oh, yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we've lost some big mansions. Thank goodness we have some of these philanthropists like Richard Driehaus and Jennifer Pritzker to keep all this going.
Yep.
All right. You want to talk your busy?
Yeah.
You need me to put it up, don't you? And again, I'm in the middle. So let me take 1 second to backtrack to the beginning. Here we go. Listings. Take it away, Kyle.
Look at that pretty view of is that north? No, that is South Pond. That's the South Pond in Lincoln Park. Anyway, next. Yeah,
and those leaves are gone, but it's prettier anyway. Look at you selling this thing so fast.
So here's the thing. This property, I didn't really know what it was. It is, there are within this former garage or some sort of industrial building, there are two properties with separate pins, and they are separate properties, but within the same building. And so I listed it as a condo because it makes sense that it be a condo. It is the coolest, as I said, coolest property in Hot Bridgeport. And this is a 2,400 square foot sort of duplexy, lofty, fantasticness. And as soon as we went on the market on Monday, 2 weeks ago, we got showing requests like crazy. So I said, we got to put in a best and final for that Sunday. And we did, and we got a lot of offers, and we're under contract and all good things. But here's the thing. So this was on the market for $499. And there's nothing like it in Bridgeport. So it made it really hard to price. But what it really did, so we had open houses on Saturday and Sunday, and probably 50 people came each day. And
so 3 bedrooms, let me say it again, 2,400 square feet. That's a lot of square footage. And most of it's on one level. So that's
absolutely.
Awesome.
People came with their children. People came with their elderly parents. And it appealed to a lot of people. And here's the thing. I think that the weekend before we hit the market, interest rates dropped. And not hugely, but enough to signal now's the time to jump. So we had every single person was going to finance it. There were no cash buyers out there looking in Bridgeport for a property at this price, and et cetera. But there is a real desire to move for the people who came. Everybody was looking to move. And that tells me something, that there is real activity, real desire, real demand at the entry and mid-level, because this is not an entry-level property. 500,000 is not entry level for a lot of people. But it was really striking to me, the desire and the panic, because I kept getting requests for showing even after we were under contract, that it was gone. There was a real feeling of, oh no, I missed it. And so that just tells us something, that there's real desire at this price and in these neighborhoods.
And that was the weekend before Thanksgiving, when it's slowing down and whatever. Really interesting stuff. All right, let's talk about 1155.
So this one, well, it's active. It's now active on the private network, but it's this beautiful, you guys have seen this before. You guys who watch have seen this before. It is a 3,000 square foot duplex condo in the Gold Coast with 1,500 square feet. Yes, you heard that right. Of outdoor space across 2 beautiful terraces, west-facing terraces that get a ton of sun and light. So look at how huge that one. This is the second floor one, slightly smaller, but oh my God. So if people like outdoor living, these are really gracious apartments in this building. And this is probably the #1 unit in my estimation, because it's just really got everything laid out, facing and with a lot of space. You never feel hemmed in. It's just glorious unit. So that's on the market for 1.5 million on the private network.
Okay.
And I'd love to sell it. This one's coming soon. This is one of those townhouses in the Gold Coast on State Parkway.
Like a row house. It's like a single family, right? They're not saying.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean townhouses. These are row houses, and they are single family, and they're about 5,000 square feet across 4 floors, plus a basement, and plus a coach house. I'm going to be taking pictures of it, but I've got the floor plan. Oh, this is the garden. Yeah, look at nice garden. And that's the coach house behind it. The coach house is a 2-bedroom coach house, so you could either make it an office or a where one of your staff members lives. And then just a really pretty garden. So this is because there's so many floors. You see, there's a lot of living, and these floors have especially on the second level, astonishingly high ceilings. They're over 12 feet high, and it's just glorious, really glorious layouts. And if you need 6 bedrooms, you got them. So
I was in one of these for a wine and cheese event, Halloween weekend, just a little bit farther south from this one you're about to list. And like you said, the floor plan's a little bit different than what we're used to in a traditional Chicago property, but I really see how somebody can come to love it. Like the, back in the day, if you watch any of the, like we were talking, the Gilded Age shows, kitchen's on the lower level, the dining room's on the lower level. And then you go up to this magnificent living room and library where you would do most of your living, right? That's your happy place. And then from there you go up to the bedrooms. So
well, in the olden days, you can't see where I'm doing on the second level to the right, that was where the door was. So they used to have staircases up, which is why now you say, oh, well, that makes total sense why the kitchen and dining room are on the lower level, because that was the staff level.
Yes.
Or you would enter above when they were first
where
built.
It's the living room. Correct. Yeah. I know exactly what you're saying.
And I think these were built for executives who worked for either the Palmers or the Fields. It was senior people in their organizations, well-paid people, but not the people who would have mansions.
Yeah.
So
anyway, great stuff.
It's coming soon, and there's I have.
Do you want me to go back?
Don't I have one more that's coming soon?
Oh,
one more.
Sorry.
That's a 2-car garage. That's the basement level. Keep going. So
there you go. Sorry.
I have I'm filming this at 10 o'clock today, so pray for sun, people. It's a really cute, not cute, it's a really nice, 2,500 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath condo at our building. It's
Yes,
upstairs.
161. So yeah, 161 Chicago, everybody, is the same as 737 Michigan and the same as the Neiman Marcus. We're really gonna like confuse you. Couldn't think of that word for a minute. I was so confused I couldn't think of confused. What corner is this on?
This is on the to the top is east, to the left is north.
Okay, northeast. Oh, beautiful corner.
You get, if you look at my favorite building, which is of course the John Hancock
I
building.
love it.
I know, but you have a full-on lake view out of the primary bedroom, out of the living room. Actually, every room you get a nice lake view, but you also get city, and it's really pretty. It's impeccably maintained. I look forward to sharing pictures with you later. Let's see yours, Anne.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just going to say, I love the gracious room sizes in that building.
Yeah.
Okay. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Folks, I thought this 1550 Lakeshore 6AC would have sold. It hasn't yet. $875,000 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's basic, it's got a lovely, I don't have any interiors. Total renovation, beautiful.
It's a gorgeous unit with the most incredible views.
Yeah, it's really terrific. Okay.
Why isn't it selling?
Well, one could say price. I mean, we were the bridesmaid. We had 3 people come through the first week and we thought we were going to sell it, but for various reasons, it didn't happen. And you never know when you're the listing agent. In one case, the buyers went to a different neighborhood. In another case, they wanted a higher floor, even though the 6th floor was great.
It's interesting. That building has high assessments.
Well, and whenever you do a combination, you have higher assessments,
Absolutely. And I was about to say, I live in a building that's its assessments are going up because of it's like this building, middle-aged.
Yeah.
Needs projects, needs to pay for projects, and has staff.
Right.
And for a number of years, our building didn't sort of cut corners in the sense of didn't do the hard things, kick the hard things down the road. Now we got to do the hard things.
Right.
I think this building is sort of like a lot of buildings are like this. So if you're searching for low assessment buildings, you're just going to get a heartache down the road because you got to do the things. And this building is doing the thing.
Oh, they've redone the lobby. They're redoing the sun deck, replaced the elevators. I mean, I think, and the thing to keep in mind, buyers out there, this unit in a different building that's maybe a little bit newer would be over $1 million. So, you look at this building and you go, yeah, it's a little dated, but if the reserves are good, and the reserves in this are 3.2 million, if they've done their projects, right, and everything else is good, it's a real great way to get into a big unit with a great view, totally redone, which is checking off a lot of boxes there.
And I'm going to say this to you. Once you're in the unit, you're in any building. It's not like you're once you're in a unit in a fancy building, you're just in the unit. And whatever you make that apartment look like it can be fancy, it can be whatever.
Right.
And these more expensive buildings, they're going to start to lose value as fancier buildings get built.
Right.
We've been talking about this. The value is in these older buildings because all they're doing is appreciating in value. They've already lost their newness years ago, decades ago. And so they're just appreciating in value. Anyway, that's mine.
Absolutely right. We are still working to sell 363 Wacker, the St. Regis, for $1.9 million. 27th floor, northwest corner, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. This same unit on the 40th floor is $2.4 million. And it's not like you clear a different building on the 40th floor. So, but we're still competing with new units. So that's that.
Well, that's actually bad for the building. because they're competing with you.
Yeah, right. Okay, 360 Randolph. Oh my gosh, is this a bargain buy? 490,000 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1560 square feet on the northeast corner. So you do get harbor views, you do get Lakeshore East Park views. And this has a rooftop pool. It's a great value. And now we have 940 Castlewood. This was back on the market because we have an easement issue that we're working through, which is going to be resolved. And so the developer that was under contract with us just decided to move on. But it's at 725, but it needs everything. One of these homes like this finished would be $1.4 million.
At least. No, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Huge property too.
222 Pearson's under contract. It was under contract in the first 10 days. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, smaller unit. Great. This is a great building for the medical people. Yes. 310 South Michigan, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 6th floor, overlooking Grant Park, under contract. This is the condo that's under contract from my people who had the baby. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath loft in the South Loop. And 1423 Lexington is under contract, listed for $1.450 million. We anticipate that closing very soon. I have one little 1-bedroom coming up at 111 Maple. And that's what I've got cooking.
Those are good cooking.
That's all I can talk about right now, because the rest of the stuff, So
nobody watches us.
No, I don't know. Some people say, "Oh, hello, I saw you."
Yeah.
You got stopped by one of my friends who said,
"Couple times."
Yeah,
it always freaks me out. I'm like, hi.
So we've got 3 weeks left in the year.
We're not around. We're not coming to you next week, peoples.
We're not. Oh, yes. I forgot already. We're going to be braving the Kennedy. Tell them why.
Oh my God. We're driving to Schaumburg 4 days.
Real estate training. I tell you what, folks, it's one of the things that you may not realize about real estate agents. Those of us who really decide we want to be good at our craft spend lots of time studying the market, getting trained, learning from other professionals and coaches. And we are going to be spending 4 days, and it's nerve-wracking when we do, because we're covering our business. We're on the iPad, we're on the phone in between stuff, and plus we're driving out there to and from. So we'll let you know in 2 weeks what it's like to be commuting. It's going to make everybody want to move downtown if you have a commute like that, right?
Yes. We're going to have to discuss who drives which days, because I think we're going to have to switch off, because it's going to be a anyway.
Yeah. We'll use our time coming up with really great ideas for shows. So if you have anything you want us to develop and put in the next show, let us know. Anything else before we say goodbye?
No, just have a great week, everybody, and great 2 weeks.
Terrific. Bye. Thanks for watching.